Blind date. Sorry. Monday, December 28th. Blind date number 7. Aunt Maggie May's pick. You wouldn't think a plant nursery would be busy the Monday after Christmas, and you'd be right. As much as Olivia and I try to talk out of opening, Nana's adamant that we keep regular hours. Only half of the employees are on duty, and they're all just sitting around waiting for something to do. Olivia and I are at the front counter playing praying a customer comes in to save us from the pit of boredom we've fallen into. Nana comes through into the front room. Today, all garden statues are half price. Hopefully we can get rid of all those ugly gnomes your grandfather bought from that salesman while I was out of town. Those things are hideous. I'm not sure we could give them away for free, Olivia says. I look at Olivia. I bet I bet I can sell more than you. She raises that one eyebrow. You're on. Nana taps her index finger against her chin. Well, I have an extra gift certificate for superior grill leftover. How about $25 to whoever sells the most? Olivia and I high five. It's on. 2 hours later, I'm in the lead with one sale. Olivia is currently trying hard to sell one to an old man who came in for some fertilizer. Mr. Crawford, one of these would look adorable in your garden, she says with way too much enthusiasm. He looks like a deer caught in headlights. There is no way he wants that ugly thing, but he's way too nice to say no to Olivia, especially a persistent Olivia. She finally wears him down and does a victory dance the second he leaves with the statue tucked under his arm. We're tied now, she says. Yeah, but there's a good chance he was our last customer for the day. Then we should spend our time wisely, checking out the guys who work here. Papa has to pick someone for Nana's party, and they're practically the only people he knows. This makes me sit up a little straighter. I've been so worried about Nana's pick on New Year's Eve, I haven't given any thought to Nana's party. So now I'm scanning every guy who walks past us. And because we're on a skeleton crew today, there aren't many options. Randy, Jason, Chase, and Scott are the only guys here today, and 2 of them are married. And I'm pretty sure Chase is wanted by the law. I say, you're going to have to talk to Papa. See if he needs help picking someone out. See if he needs help picking someone out. At least the whole family will be at Nana's party. You probably won't even have to hang with the guy. I nod and pull out the schedule for the upcoming week to see who else is working. Olivia reads it over my shoulder. Wes and Charlie will be working on Tuesday, she says. I see that, I reply. Does she know things are weird between Wes and me right now? Her chin rests on my shoulder. Wes and his family are invited to the party, so it kind of makes sense if Papa picks him, but he probably knows you're just y'all are just friends. Yeah, she has no idea where my head's at with Wes. It's probably best I didn't mention the almost kiss. Are you worried about tonight? She asks. A little. It's Aunt Maggie May. I mean, why is our date starting at 4? She swivels around and around on her stool, and I get dizzy just watching her. The door chimes, and we both look up excited that we may have an actual customer. But it's not a customer. It's Olivia's boyfriend, Drew, and Seth is with him. Looks busy today, Drew says, then laughs. We were close and thought we'd pop in to see y'all. Seth leans against the counter. Hey, how's your sister? She's good, I say. My niece, too. Seth leans closer to me. Good. I was, worried when you told me what was going on. Yeah, me too. There's an awkward pause. Well, let me know if you've got any free time while you're... Well, let me know if you've got any free time while you're still here, he says. I wait for the excitement that should be rushing over me, or even a little bit of a blush, but there's nothing. I think he can tell he's thrown me, because he adds, but I know you've got a lot going on. I'm relieved. Seth is a great guy, and I'd be dumb not to consider another date with him. But if he pressed me, I think my answer would be no, and I don't know why or what that means. Maybe we can all go out after this date thing is over, Drew says. Olivia said she's not letting Sophie disappear on her again. So, sounds like we'll be headed to Minden. Seth can come with us. This isn't the first time they've mentioned this, and suddenly I can't take it anymore. I didn't disappear on you. Olivia gives me a funny look. We text some, but we haven't hung out in months. Months and months. Charlie says the same thing. You never want to come here, and every time we mention going there, you had some lame excuse. I'm not letting you get away with that when you go back home. She wags a finger between her and Drew. You're stuck with us. And then she points to Seth. And you might be stuck with him, too. They laugh, and Seth says, Thanks for making this awkward. But I'm still trying to digest what she said. Drew and Seth get ready to leave, and Olivia walks Drew to the door. I pull Seth to the side. So, I have a favor to ask, I say. Is there any chance I can talk you into buying one of those garden gnomes? I point at the creepy little statues against the wall, and he looks stricken with fear at the sight of them. They look possessed. They're harmless. But Olivia and I have this bet going, so let her see you with it until you're out the door, or she'll make Drew buy 2 of them. A few minutes later, Seth and Drew are headed to their car, while Olivia and I watch them from the front porch. Seth gets into the passenger seat of Drew's car. Just before they pull away, he rolls down the window and holds up the gnome. What? No fair! Olivia yells at him. Looks like I'm up by 1. I do a victory dance. We head back inside, me at the counter, Olivia arranging the remaining gnomes. and within seconds my phone chirps. Oh no, I say. What's wrong? Olivia asks. Is it Margot? No, I've been tagged in a post and I'm terrified to look at it. Olivia rolls her eyes. Oh, that was me. My eyes get big. I'm sitting right here. You didn't want to show it to me first? Or, God forbid, ask me if I wanted you to post it? My voice is gone. My voice has gone to that awful screeching level. You would have said no, she says, with a huge smile on her face, and I felt like we needed a distraction. What did you do? What did you do? Olivia shrugs and then squeals. Oh, here comes Mrs. Townsend. She'll buy anything. And then she's gone, chasing after a little old lady who is wandering down the front walk. I take a deep breath and swipe open my phone so I can see what kind of damage she did. And there it is. It's a picture of the giant screen from the hockey game yesterday with the caption, "Hot enough to melt ice. Hope Mudbugs hockey can skate on water." And then there's like 10 flame emojis. Wyatt only kissed the edge of my mouth for 0.2 seconds, but the photo makes it look like we're lip locked for eternity. We're framed by a big red heart on the giant screen with lots of tiny little hearts all around the edges. If Wes didn't see it in real time, he'll for sure see it now. Ugh. And just like every other post, Griffin has been tagged in the comments more than once. Olivia! I scream across the store. She gives me a quick wave before dragging poor Mrs. Townsend down the greenhouse. Out back, I wait for a text from Griffin, but nothing comes. Just as Olivia and I are leaving, my phone vibrates in my hand. I almost ignore it until I catch a glimpse of Mom's name on the screen. Mom? Hey, Sophie. Her voice sounds wobbly. I sink down on the front step and Olivia drops down beside me. What's wrong? She whispers. I hold the phone between us so that she can hear too. It's been pretty rough today, Mom says. Just wanted to keep you up to date with what's going on here. I haven't even heard what's wrong yet, and I already feel like I'm about to vomit. Tell me everything. Mom takes a deep breath. Anna's oxygen saturation is around 80. That's not good. Oh, God. So what are they going to do? Well, they're going to sedate her and put her on a ventilator. Her little body needs to rest to get strong, and the machine will breathe for her for a while. A muffled cry escapes. I feel like I got punched in the stomach. Sophie, it sounds worse than it is, I promise. The doctors think if they give her some time, she should be okay. Hopefully she'll only be in the vent for a day or so, and then they'll start weaning her off. Should? I squeak out. That's the best they can say. Should. She should be okay? Well, they can't make any guarantees right now, but they feel very confident. I swallow the lump in my throat. How's Margot? Mom takes another deep breath, and now I'm bracing myself for what's coming. I told you last night that she's been really weak and dizzy. She lost a lot of blood when she delivered and hasn't bounced back the way she could have. Her hemoglobin is at 6, which is really low. She's probably going to need a blood transfusion. The doctors are in with her now, so we should know shortly what they're going to do. Olivia clutches my hand. My heart is thumping so hard right now. Mom, are they going to be okay? I know I'm hitting you with a lot right now, but I promise you, the doctors have assured us that it's not unexpected. Everyone fully expects both of them to get past this and hopefully be on their way home soon. It's like a bump in the road, more like a mountain. Should I come down? I ask. No, sweetie, Mom says. Stay there, and I'll keep you posted. Once Margot and the baby are home, we'll come back for a visit. You can't see Anna right now anyway, and Margot needs to rest. You'll call me and let me know everything that's happening, right? Yes, of course, she says. And as much as I hate it, I don't think we'll be back for Nana's birthday party. We just can't leave here until we know everything is okay. How's Dad? He's texted me a few times, but I haven't really talked to him. Mom lets out a quiet chuckle. He's climbing the walls. He hates that we can't fix this. Her voice drops to a whisper. Brad's dad keeps trying to sell him insurance. I can't help but smile when I picture Dad stuffed into one of those uncomfortable hospital chairs while Brad's dad drones on and on. So he's basically miserable. Pretty much. I'll let you know about Margot. Don't worry, okay? Okay. When we hang up, Olivia hugs me, then pulls me up. Come on. Let's head to Nana's. Your date should be there soon. Tonight's date is the absolute last thing on my mind. There's no way I'm going. I'm heading south to check on Margot and Anna. I throw my clothes into a bag upstairs. I can hear everyone downstairs just like last night, laughing it up or chatting. It makes my stomach hurt. Mom's name flashes across my screen, and I grab my phone. Hello? I say. Hey, sweetie. How are they doing? I ask immediately. The doctors say a few units of blood will help Margot bounce back. While I wish she didn't need a transfusion, I'm glad there's something they can do for her to make her feel better. I don't like this. I feel like everything is falling apart. It's just another bump in the road. I'll keep you updated. As scary as it sounds, it won't take long to do the transfusion. Anna seems to be resting well. They'll check her oxygen levels in the morning. Tomorrow will be a better day. I talk to Mom a few more minutes. Then she ends the call. Yep, not waiting until tomorrow. I'm digging under the bed when I hear that familiar thump of a basketball next door. I crawl over the window and there he is, standing in his driveway. Wes is dressed in jeans and a hoodie and he looks really good. He's not shooting the ball, just bouncing it while looking out toward the street. What's he looking at? No matter how hard I press my face against my window, I can't see more than 10 feet in front of him. I'm just about to give up and get back to packing when the car pulls into the driveway. It stops. When the car pulling into the driveway stops me, Wes walks up to the driver's side window and leans down. I can't see who he's talking to, and it's killing me. He stays like that for a few minutes, then straightens up and moves to the passenger side. Just before slides into the seat, he glances up at my window. I hit the floor. I count to 10, slowly. Then lift up just enough to peek out the window. I got a glimpse of the driver just before the car moves out of sight. It's Laurel. I slide back down and lean against the wall under the window. He's leaving with Laurel. Sophie, Olivia says, popping inside the room. It's 10 to 4. Are you gonna come down? It takes everything in me to heave myself off the floor. I'm done. I'm driving down to check on Margot and Anna. Olivia looks at the bag in my hand. Want me to go with you? No. I may stay there until the break's over. I haven't decided. I gather up all the clothes off the floor and shove them in the bag. Okay, are you gonna tell the family? Or are you gonna leave? I don't miss her tone. She thinks I'm being rude or cold or whatever, but I just want to be with my parents and Margot and Anna right now. I'll call Nana on the road. I'll call Nana from the road. I don't want her to stop me. I pause on the way to the door. Do me a favor, put my bag in my car so she doesn't ask questions. We look at each other for a long moment, then she finally takes my bag and leaves the room without another word. I follow her downstairs, still wearing the jeans and t-shirt I had on for work today. My hair is in a messy ponytail and I have zero makeup on. I just need to send this date away and get on the road. Uncle Charles takes one look at me and turns to Charlie. Go change my bed. Pick the 4 spot. Uncle Ronnie laughs from across the room. Too late. Already took it. Right on time the doorbell rings, and Sarah sprints to it, swinging the door open wide. The entire room falls silent. No way, Charlie mumbles. Standing in the open doorway is Griffin. Charlie steps in front of me and says, no way, not happening. Griffin moves forward. Sophie, just talk to me for a second. If you don't want to go out with me, I'll completely understand. What's going on? Uncle Sal whispers from behind me. He looks like a nice guy. Banks says, that's the ex-boyfriend. Oh, Uncle Sal responds, drawing out the sound. I look at Aunt Maggie May, who's smiling. Sophie, Griffin reached out to me and practically begged me to pick him. Nana comes up behind me and puts an arm around my waist. You don't have to go, sweetie. Griffin's eyes are pleading with me. Talk to me for just a few minutes before you decide. Please. I nod, only because I need to get out of this home. But I turn back just before I leave. I'm using the card, I say, then shut the front door behind me. We walk out to the front porch for some privacy. When he comes to a stop, I turn to face him, keeping several feet of distance between us. Your aunt is right, he said. I called Mary Jo to ask who was picking who was picking Who was picking your next dates for the rest of the week, and she gave me her mom's number. Oh, I'll bet she did. Out of all my cousins he could have reached out to, that's the one he chose, that's the one he picks. I can't go on a date with you tonight, I say. I see his mouth open, probably to argue with me, and I cut him off before he can start. This has nothing to do with you. I'm actually canceling the rest of my dates and heading to the hospital. My sister and niece aren't doing well, and I need to be with them. Then I'll drive you, he says. You don't need to do that, I say, as I walk down the front steps toward my car. He catches up with me. You're upset. It would be safer for me to drive you down. Then you can ride back with your parents. I stop in the middle of the front walk and look at him. You'll drive me. Just like that, you'll drive me 3 hours to see my sister. Then what? His head tips to the side. Whatever it takes. If I need to wait there for you, I would. Or, if you want me to leave, I'll drive back. I stare at him a few seconds and then nod toward his truck. Okay. We head toward the curb just as the front door opens. Charlie and Olivia step outside.